Hey air signs, this is your reading for the first 2 weeks of April. I decided to not do this live because YouTube's been really suppressing my live videos. So screw you, YouTube. You've been really a thorn in my side the last year. Like they're calling my subscribers. I look like it's just calling, and I'm like, wow, like this is just incredible. But anyways, we're here for high vibe information. This is for Aries. No, sorry, not Aries. This is your air sign. So this is for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And if you have any of those signs in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, and this reading could be for you, never give your power away to a reading. Also know if you want your own personal reading, all on sale on my website right now until this whole economic crisis thing comes to an end and everyone can go back to work. They're heavily discounted. So if you want a reading, you can head on over to my website and book one with me. For those of you who have already booked because of my live reading, just know that you guys are going to be my first ones. I'm trying to get through to you guys next after I get these videos done. What else? I think that's it. Air signs, let's jump into your reading and find out what's in store for you for the first 2 weeks of April. All right, so let's find out what some of the governing energies are. You have gratitude is your first card here. Gratitude, beautiful. Gratitude to me always speaks about the 0 point field. That's how you neutralize your energy so that you're allowed to shift timelines. Gratitude is your number one friend when it comes to that. You could be trying to jump timelines right now, or really make efforts to move into a timeline that is more supportive of your energy right now. Oh, whoa. Okay. We have growth and we have action. Yeah. As I'm saying that, you have growth and you have action. So, yeah, I'm just feeling like air signs, you guys are trying to do some timeline jumping here. Really trying to expand your energy, expand your abilities to manifest and create what's in your heart, and you're actually taking action on it. Like you're inspired to take action with the new moon in Aries that we've just had. It's definitely inspiring some of that, and so this is really cool. Gratitude also, you may be connecting with someone here again, or you may be trying to create a timeline that allows you to connect with someone just because we have the two hands coming here together. Let's go into my fairy oracle to see if we can't get some deeper reading into all of this. And we have Lady of the Harvest. Okay, so she talks about that it's about there could have been a loss here, some sort of grief in the past, and now you're really trying to move beyond it. Find the gratitude for the lesson within it. I'm going to go into her a little deeper. Here we go. And let's see here. What's going on here? There we go. Let's get one more fairy card here so we can get a deeper read into what's going on here for air signs for the first 2 weeks of this one wants to come out. Indy. Ooh. Oh, look at him. He's so like when I see this card, it makes me feel like wishy-washy. Like I'm not sure which one I really want. Very different energy though from what I'm picking up on. So this could have been something that was in the past. Excuse me. So let's actually, but it also speaks to the grief and loss here. I feel like that was a stimulus here for you, air signs, that something from the past, which seems to be a theme coming up in these readings right now. But let's go to Indy 63. Yeah, indecision, wishy-washy, commitment, decision-making. Oh my gosh. Indy is also known as the Libra's bane. Okay, coming up in air signs reading for you Libras out there. But an indecisive Libra truly is Indy's bane. He would be relieved if we would just make our decisions and our commitments and stick to them. Again, okay, this is very similar to Earth signs reading in a way. There's a certain aspect here that is similar, so you may want to watch that reading. But there's this desire to finally take action on something here. There's something that maybe you've been like putting off. You're finally like, you know what? It's time now. It's time. Like, if you were wallowing in self-grief or, allowing yourself to, like, there's nothing wrong with grief. It's an important emotion to go through in the healing process. But sometimes we can get caught there and we get stuck there. And perhaps you may have been in some feeling of grief or loss over something that you're ready to finally move on now from it. It's decision time. It's time to make up your mind, make a decision, and stick to your commitments. Yeah, I do feel like you're finally committing to yourself, or you're committing to something to come to fruition here. You're finally ready to like give it your all. Like you're really wanting to commit to it. Let me just look to the Harvest, Lady of the Harvest here and see if there's any other messages that kind of come out. Completion, grief, loss, release. It's time to accept change, to move on to the next phase. Power and strength in the present and future come from releasing the past. It's a time of liberation. Yeah, so, and I do feel that whatever happened in your past, whatever kind of painful event or experience it was, you're now able to have gratitude for it. And this is allowing you to finally shift into new timelines, or at least take action to start shifting the timelines. Remember, timelines, they can definitely happen in an instant. Okay, you can definitely shift into a new timeline in an instant. Whether you stay in that timeline, though, you may fluctuate in and out of that timeline. So as you build your momentum here, I feel like you're trying to build your momentum to stay in the more positive timeline and not fluctuate between them so much. Because I know I've definitely experienced instantaneous timeline jumping, where my body is definitely, I can tell it's in a new timeline, but it's temporary. It's because I'm finally starting to take some of the healing actions to get there. And so it's kind of like this, it's kind of like you may be even experiencing foreshadowings, like a previews of what's to come, if that makes any sense. Yeah, like timeline previews. Oh, so cool. I'm loving this reading for you guys. Okay, let's go into the tarot for air signs to find out some more details here. Can we get some details here? There we go. Ooh, yeah. 5 of Swords. Definitely something is transforming through the, perhaps through the painful release of beliefs that no longer serve you. Even though the 5 of Swords is a very tough energy, oh look, and you have a 5 here too, and a 5 in the 15. 5s came up a lot again in Earth signs reading. Wow. There's big change. We're all going through massive change right now. That's without a doubt. But the change always, what it does is it stimulates growth, transformation. It's a catalyst. And this feels like it's got catalyst energy to it. So there could have been arguments. There could have been unsupportive beliefs, because it's the sword energy, it's the mind, that were maybe holding you back from something, and now you've recognized them and you're you're determined to shift your belief system, or there was some sort of argument or disagreement or something that has brought on this transformation. Okay? What other? Then we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, so the Queen of Swords in reverse is very spiteful, is very, it's just very mean energy. And I'm wondering if you've experienced someone around you who just is very overly detached, like really no attachment to emotions, or probably has no awareness of how detached they are. They may have been overly detached from you in the past. That might be shifting, that might be changing, because we do have a 5 here, and growth, it is falling under the growth card here. So this could be something that was in the past. But the Queen of Swords also, to me, someone who's deceitful, someone who lies, someone who's not so truthful in their communication. They may not be lying with malicious intent. Perhaps there's not a lot of awareness of what is their own truth. A lot of that happens with many of us who are not yet awakened to who we really are. But there's some sort of deception here in communication. And also I'm getting a strong energy of detachment from the heart, not willing to feel what needs to be felt. That could have created this whole momentum, like to the need, where that could have been like a catalyst for the grief and loss that you may have been going through. Let's see, what other details do we have here? Yeah. So you have the 4 of Pentacles in reverse, which talks about, you also have the 8 of Pentacles upright. So the 4 of Pentacles here in reverse talks about letting go. Finally, like willing to just surrender, to let go. And look how beautiful that is in gratitude, under gratitude. And when we can let go of something, when we can really surrender the need to hold on to something that just can't be held on to. And that doesn't mean it has to be someone. It could be, but it could just be a belief system. It could be like an argument, like you're finally ready to just let it go. And the 8 of Pentacles talks about determined energy coming in. Again, also came up in Earth Signs video. I don't know if you're dealing with an Earth sign, okay? But this talks about finally committing to action, putting the work in. And again, it's falling under the action card. Like, this is so beautiful, the way this is all getting divinely orchestrated. But you are finally putting in the work that needs to be done in order to shift a timeline here. And this could be just you finally committing to yourself. Remember, when you commit to yourself in such a determined way, and you don't let anything throw you off track, you then start attracting people who will commit to you as well. And I get the sense that if you are dealing with someone other than just yourself, okay, this is beyond, this involves someone else, that you're starting to recognize how the parts within you that were being reflected to you through your partner, you're now determined to change within you, because whether it's with this other partner that you start building a more productive timeline with or not, you're going to start attracting in the new timeline someone who is committed to you. And I keep using the word committed because it's a strong word here with the Indie card, okay? It's not about wishy-washy anymore. It's about finally committing to something. And again, that could just be a friendship. It could be family members. It could anything like that. But most of all, that none of that can happen until you've committed to self. And there's this desire to let go of something, to finally surrender. And you're really working with the energy of gratitude, the frequency of gratitude, to 0 point this whole situation, to neutralize it, like ready to move on. That's what I'm getting. Someone's really ready to move on here, whether it's just moving on in your life in general, like going on to the next level, the next phase. What other details do we have here for air signs? What other details do we have here for air signs? Wow, Queen of Cups in reverse. Again, someone was detached from their heart. They were unable to communicate their own feelings. They were unable to tap into their own heart. It could have been you. You could have maybe just not allowed yourself to be vulnerable. Maybe had so many walls up around your heart, and now you're ready to let those walls come down, okay? It could be someone else around you who's finally ready to let the walls come down. But I'm getting the sense that there's a breakthrough happening here. Like, this energy is no longer good enough. Like, it's not what you want. You want to embrace the heart. You want to embrace the frequency of love. And recognizing the importance of vulnerability and connection when you're connecting to your own self, when you're connecting to others. Look, we now have the Page of Pentacles. So again, this is about 3 pentacles coming up in your reading. So there is definitely a younger energy, a younger spirit of energy coming in here that is starting to take shape and form here. Again, this kind of speaks to me about the whole timeline. Like, you're starting to build a new timeline here that's beginning to manifest in your physical reality. You are starting to experience foreshadowing, previews, projections of what that timeline is going to look like and feel like when it's fully embraced and you moved into it fully and aren't fluctuating in and out of it. Okay, so you're starting to really see that. What other messages do we have here for? And also with the Page of Pentacles, it talks about like messages, some sort of kind of communication around like, because it's the 3D, like you may actually get like texts or emails or something like that. But also it has to do with like just the physical reality, like finances, health, home, business, career. So you've got a lot of pentacle energy coming up here. No major arcanas yet, though. How interesting. Woo. Whoa. 2 of Swords, upright. So this energy here, I feel like really, I'm just getting the sense that there was like a stalemate here. 2 of Swords, I think, has come up in every reading. No kidding though. Like when you take a look at it all, we're all having to pause. We're all having to like take a breather, pause, can't move forward. We're all in a place where economically we really can't move forward. Well, that's just a belief system, but it's a very common belief system. Some people really, their hands are tied and they can't move forward. But this energy is this stalemate that we're all in right now, right? Can I get a clarification on the 2 of Swords? Because although like things may have not been able to move forward in the past, okay? And of course, things aren't necessarily physically moving forward so much right now, but I'm getting a different energy off this 2 of Swords than I usually do. Can I get a clarification on the 2 of Swords here? Because I'm feeling like this is a good thing. Like this 2 of Swords has a really good energy attached to it. just one or two cards, please. Yeah. King of Pentacles. This is about, okay, this energy here, King of Pentacles, is like manifester in 3D, okay? Really able to take all of the energies that are needed and put them into action for this actual 3D. And that's why I felt like this Two of Swords energy is really positive. Whatever stalemate you were in, or whatever pause we're all in right now, okay? It is allowing the growth to happen. It is allowing you to really see things in a new perspective, and allowing you to become like that manifester of the timelines, the new time within a new timeline. And I just get the sense like that you're finally like feeling in control. Okay, like finally feeling like you can do this, and you're inspired. You're inspired to actually make it happen. Like make it happen. Like that's what this is kind of like all about here for me. So what other messages do we have here for the Hermit? Yeah, okay. The Hermit, it's all about really going within and finding the light within yourself. And I'm feeling like a lot of you where there may have been like this dark feeling. If you're still feeling it, go within, because you're going to find that inner light, okay? That you need to pull yourself out of this kind of grief, loss, wishy-washy feeling. There is momentum around you right now to really take the reins, okay? To really take the reins of your life and practice zero pointing your energy through gratitude. Like use this time we are given so much time now to practice the things that we've never had the time to practice. And this is a great time to finally like put into action your skill set of zero pointing energy. And then we have the Queen of Wands and the Moon. You know, the Queen of Wands, beautiful energy. This is falling under the action card here too, because Queen of Wands, she takes a lot of action. She's super inspired. She has all of the confidence that she needs to complete whatever she wants to complete, to get it done, to like nothing holds her back. There is no obstacle that can hold her back. And you have then the Moon card also coming up with it, which talks about the illusions, the unseen, the hidden things. And I feel like you're ready to conquer the unseen, like conquer the illusions that you've held on to from the past. Like whatever was a mystery to you, you're finally willing to, in a way, surrender to the mystery, but also like conquer it. And I also feel that the Moon is also very intuitive energy. It's very psychic, and you're using this energy to your advantage in how you take action, okay? You're really using the energy of the intuitive psychic abilities of the divine feminine. Okay, the Moon represents the divine feminine path, and you're really taking that and merging that kind of go getter, take action, time to do it now energy. All right. So air signs, loving it. This is your reading. Okay. If it resonated with you and you want to go in deeper, remember tarot readings are on sale right now. And for all of you, thanks so much for tuning in. I will be back with you guys real soon. And I'm going to be still doing lives. Just wanted to make sure that you got these readings so that you connected with them, okay? Guys, I love you so much.